Greetings to all my tech heads out there in the KevTechify nation, and if you're new here, welcome. In this episode, we're going to look at virtual private network topologies. We'll be discussing site-to-site and remote access VPNs, SSL VPNs, and site-to-site IPsec VPNs. This episode is part of my series on network security for the CCNA. I'm Kevin here at KevTechify. Let's get this adventure started. A site-to-site VPN is created when VPN terminating devices, also known as VPN gateways, are pre-configured with information to establish a secure tunnel. VPN traffic is only encrypted between those two devices. Internal hosts have no knowledge that the VPN is being used. Looking at our diagram here we have a remote network. We have a VPN gateway. Now, what this is right here, this VPN gateway, what happens here is on the left side, on the local area network, so on the local area network side, this is unencrypted. All the traffic over here in this LAN is unencrypted. So this laptop here gets unencrypted traffic. When it goes out the VPN gateway onto the internet, and once again, this is the public infrastructure here. This is our WAN connection here on this side. This traffic here, this is encrypted. When it gets over to our corporate network, the same thing happens here. This is encrypted on this side. This is unencrypted. Our WAN connection, our LAN connection. All users on the LAN, on both sides of the equation here, so all users on this LAN and on this LAN, they don't know between locations that we are encrypting this data as it crosses the public network. It's unimportant, or not unimportant, but not apparent to them that we're doing this encryption because all the traffic on the LAN is unencrypted. Only when it leaves us does it get encrypted. A remote access VPN dynamically created to establish a secure connection between a client and a VPN terminating device. Here we have a remote access SSL VPN. That's what this client uses, is a remote access SSL VPN. And what happens is this user is connecting in, let's say they're connecting into a bank here, and they want to check their balance and personal information. So all the traffic between the laptop here and this VPN gateway, it's all encrypted. So all through here, this is all encrypted traffic. Now notice the difference. The laptop here sees encrypted traffic. The laptop actually does the encryption using that SSL VPN. It encrypts that traffic. So the laptop knows that we have encrypted traffic. On the previous one, on that site-to-site, that end user, the laptop, did not know that we were encrypting the traffic because that local area network was not encrypted. Remote access VPNs are typically enabled dynamically by the user when required. Remote access VPNs can be created either using IPsec or secure socket layers. A remote user must initiate that remote access VPN connection. Here we have two types of remote access VPN connections, connectionless and client-based. Up here, this example, using your computer browser, and so this would be HTTPS here, HTTPS, using, and once again, this is using SSL. This is what we typically refer to as clientless. We open up the web browser, you go to our HTTPS website, and it makes that connection automatically for you all the way to the SSL VPN server. The other type, once again, was a connection-based VPN. That would be down here using something like the Cisco AnyConnect secure mobile client, where you have to go on your computer and then turn on that VPN connection, make that VPN connection connected, make it active using a separate piece of software. So you have to do something to turn that VPN connection on, and then any traffic you send between that computer and the SSL VPN here, that VPN server, it's encrypted. I hope you're liking this episode on virtual private network topologies. If you have the time, please leave a comment and let me know what you think about virtual private network topologies. You can also visit my website at KevTechify.com for all of my details and how to get these episodes in video and podcast form. SSL uses the public key infrastructure and digital certificates to authenticate peers. Both IPsec and SSL VPN technologies offer access to virtually any network application or resource. However, when security is an issue, IPsec is the superior choice. So if you had the choice between IPsec and SSL VPNs, use the IPsec one. It is more secure. If support and ease of deployment are the primary issues, then you can look at using your SSL VPN, but it's not as secure as IPsec. The type of VPN method implemented is based on the access requirements of the users and the organization's IT processes. Here's a table, and it compares IPsec and SSL remote access deployments. Left column here, we have the feature that we're going to look at, and then we have IPsec and SSL, and we talk about them both here. And so for application supported, IPsec is extensive. All IP-based applications are supported by IPsec. For SSL, it's limited. Now, what we mean by limited is only web-based applications and file sharing are supported for SSL application support. Then we have authentication strength. Now, for authentication strength for IPsec, it's strong. It uses two-way authentication with shared keys or digital certificates. Authentication strength for SSL is moderate. It uses a one-way or two-way authentication. Then we have encryption strength here. Encryption strength for IPsec is strong. It uses key lengths from 56 bits up to 256 bits. SSL is moderate to strong, and their key lengths go from 40 bits up to 256 bits. Connection complexity. How complex is it to make that connection? IPsec, it's of medium complexity because it requires a VPN client pre-installed on the host. Now, connection complexity for SSL is low. It only requires a web browser on the host. And then finally, we have connection option. For IPsec, it's limited. Only specific devices with specific configurations can connect. For SSL, it's extensive. Any device with a web browser can connect. So any device that has a web browser, smartphones, tablets, laptops, desktops, with a web browser, they can connect using SSL. The VPN Gateway encapsulates and encrypts outbound traffic. So right here we have our VPN Gateway. And what it does is it takes unencrypted traffic as it sends it out. That's where it does the encapsulation and encryption. I'll let out a little bit more. And encryption on outbound traffic. It then sends that traffic through a VPN tunnel over the internet to the VPN Gateway. So once it's encapsulated and encrypted, it goes through a tunnel across the internet, that public network, to a VPN gateway. So it goes to a VPN gateway here. And upon receipt, the receiving VPN gateway strips away the headers. So anything in the encapsulation it does. So it takes away that encapsulation. It removes it. It decrypts it. So it comes in encrypted. It takes and unencrypts it, it decrypts it, and then it relays that packet toward the target host. And then once it's done, it can go to wherever it's going on our local area network inside of our company. Site-to-site VPNs are typically created and secured using IPsec. It's the most secure, and you want your data to be as secure as possible. It was my pleasure to provide you with this wonderful episode on virtual private network topologies. If you like this episode and you got value out of it, and of course, depending upon what platform you're using, please click that like button, give a 5-star rating, leave a comment. This all helps me bring you more great content. Please take a minute to subscribe to my channel. All my socials and contact information are on my website, KevTechify.com. There you can find out how to get all these episodes in video and podcast form. In the upper right is my playlist for my series on network security for the CCNA. In the bottom right is one of my favorite videos that I picked just for you. Thank you so much for watching this episode of my series on network security for the CCNA. I'm Kevin. This is KevTechify. I'll see you next time for another great adventure.